Okay, do you want to talk about the Titans now or later?
No, we can talk about that later.
We can talk about it later.
We can talk about it. I was going to complain about something else too that is actually the bottom of my pyramid. I
have a feeling.
I have two bottoms.
I have a feeling I know what the top of your pyramid might be.
I have a left cheek and a right cheek.
Okay, I have a feeling I know what the top of your pyramid might be.
Well, we'll just have to wait. Type now in the comments if you think
Pause
you know
the video
Eli's,
right now.
Yeah.
Listen to the Jeopardy theme and type what you think Eli's top of the pyramid is this week. I think I know what it is. But I could be wrong.
When we get there, I'll ask you what it is.
Okay.
What you think it is.
Okay.
And then if you win, I'll give you a high five.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm excited.
I know the stakes are real high.
I know. High five.
Like a cow being held in the air.
Yeah, fair. Also, how are you feeling? Eli got sick last week again, which is why we couldn't record. So one of the bottoms of
my pyramid is that I was sick again.
Womp womp.
I have a different one that's
fair.
Worth more talking about.
Hate being sick, love looking ill.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
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 Cannot relate. But
okay, you want to get started and then we can talk about being sick?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay, great. Welcome back to the Pyramid, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. My name is Amanda, and I'm your host every single freaking week, except for the weeks that I'm not, and also the weeks that Eli is fucking sick.
And I'm Eli, the sometimes sick dipshit participation trophy of co-hosts.
Real. Can you whoosh the microphone down and then
what if
towards
I just?
You?
Is this better?
No.
This is what you wanted?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Push down.
Move the count. Hold on. I'm doing things.
I'm doing stuff. Push the microphone down.
I'm doing stuff.
And then...
Oh, girl, I've been doing this podcast.
For how long?
For like a year now, or whatever it's been.
Actually, yeah. I bought my house... This time last year was, like, so crazy. So let me think about the timeline. Crazy? I bought this house September 14th. So I've been here for almost a year. And then you jumped on the bandwagon... like maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, I think. Well, yes, because it was around October.
Well, I was also a guest in your old place.
I guess that's true. I just mean like
with
consistently.
The same mic stands, or similar mic stands.
I have my eye on a couple of replacement mic stands. Just throwing Christmas that out there. Yeah, they're gonna be short ones that we could put on the arm of the couch that would like this.
Hell yeah!
So that this is not a problem anymore.
I want, since it's getting cooler outside, I want to get a hoodie, but wear it backwards and put the mic in the hoodie.
We'll do an episode like that for sure. We'll do like a fall-themed episode, and it'll just be like a bunch of fall shit all over the place, and then we'll wear hoodies and have the mics in our hoods.
I'm actually just going to bring in 2 trash bags full of leaves and put myself under them.
And just be a face in leaves.
Yeah. Have you ever seen, oh shit, what's that movie? Spaceballs.
No. I did not grow up with brothers, so
there
no.
is a character in that. Have you seen Star Wars?
No.
Bro, I don't.
I'm so sorry.
Are you aware of the character Jabba the Hutt?
Yes.
Big fat worm guy.
Yes, Slay.
Great.
Yes.
In Spaceballs, which is a parody of Star Wars, there's a character called...
Is it related to Space Jam?
Not even close.
Okay, great.
It's called Spaceballs. It's a parody of Star Wars, and there's a character who's a play on Jabba the Hutt called Pizza the Hutt. Ugh. It is a Mel Brooks movie, and it's just full of jokes like that.
Sounds like your kind of movie.
It's 100%. Spaceballs is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Not surprised.
By a country mile.
Oh, God.
It is absolutely
not the country mile.
I'm telling you. It's like that. Oh, God. I need some time to get my thoughts together, but it's in my top 5, no question.
Sure.
But Pizza the Hut is basically just a pile of like sauce and cheese and pepperoni. Uh-huh. And that's what I'm going to be, but with leaves. But since you don't know the reference, you don't have the visual in your head.
No, it's a smart joke when you really get down to the core, I think.
I wouldn't say smart. I don't know about that.
Maybe worthwhile is a better word.
Perhaps.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Oh, we got, really quick, we did get one review.
Oh?
This is not super new. I just don't check the Apple reviews super often because sometimes they're fucking mean and they hurt my feelings. So but we did get one that was 1 sentence and it was posted at the beginning of August by the user "Send help, I'm dead." rated us 4 stars. The subject line. No, I'm not done. The subject line is timeless, and the body says, "I listen to this almost constantly."
Then why the 4 stars? That's so weird.
Well, but just because they listen to it constantly doesn't mean it's good.
That's fair.
It's just like, dumb bullshit comfort media.
Yeah, it has a grip on them. Yeah. That's fair. What's funny is before you told me how many stars it was, I was going to say, like, I live for reviews that are 2, 3, or 4 stars. Because usually when people are reviewing something, like if you're driven to the point where you want to leave a review on something, it's usually because it's really bad or it's really good.
Yeah.
And you want to like let people know about one or the other. But leaving like a 3-star review or something, it is hilarious to me because you're just like, maybe, and then other people will see that and go, all right, I don't know what to do with this. A 4-star is almost as funny, especially when they don't provide context for why it's 4 instead of 5.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's not a perfect podcast. I just listen to it a lot.
Yeah, I listen to this
which I love.
Almost constantly.
Yeah, that's great.
Can we get some feedback? I would love some feedback.
I would love some constructive feedback as long as it's not mean intentionally.
Eli isn't showing enough nipple. I can take that. We can run with that.
I deserve a Purple Heart Medal of Honor for me keeping your ass footage in the couple weeks ago episode.
I appreciate that.
You were throwing it back hard, and I am the only person who does any work around here.
That's
so
true.
I edit the YouTube video, and Eli was twerking a lot, and I could have edited that shit out, and I didn't because I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
You're saying that you do all the work? I don't know what you think I was doing when I was twerking, but
not making it work.
Work was being done.
I guess that's true. Against my will. You were
work spelled W-E-R-K.
Twerk was being done.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about your pyramid?
I would love to. The bottom of my period. God damn it.
It happens all the time. I do it too. The bottom of my period.
Yeah, I'm having my first period right now.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Life is about to get so terrible for you. If you're a person who has periods, I'm so sorry.
For like decades. No, the first bottom was being sick. It's so stupid. I am a very healthy person.
You get sick a lot.
I take a multivitamin. I drink water all the time. I clean my house. I shower at least once a day. I go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week. I don't know what more I can do.
I don't know.
I really think like it's whenever it's a combination of like traveling and not getting enough sleep.
I was just about to say both of those things.
When those things happened at my advanced age of 94, I just cannot handle it.
Yeah.
So that was the first one.
You're like Chris Traeger on Parks and Rec, where he says he's Rob Lowe's character.
Oh, yeah.
Where he says, like, my body is a well-oiled machine. And he's like, a single grain of salt can throw off the entire thing. Like, that's you. If you're not in your very, very specific routine.
Yes.
It's game over for your immune system.
You know what's funny, actually?
It's clocking out.
You bring that up, actually. It's funny. Over the last couple of years, I've done a really good job of, like, finding my routine. And I don't, other than this summer, I don't tend to travel super often.
Right.
And now that I'm doing that more, I wonder if my body has reached too much, it's rooted itself too much into this routine. And so now I need to actually branch out a little bit and get to like different climates and
well, I was gonna say you're super used to this air,
right?
With all the pollen and stuff, and you've been traveling out of state a lot.
Yeah.
So you're in airports and airplanes, which is all recycled air, or even if you're in your car for long enough, it's recycled air.
Yeah.
And just like different climates of different states.
Yeah.
Eventually, the allergies are going to catch up. What's the other bottom?
Exactly. The other bottom is that recently I've been getting followed on Instagram by so many like Instagram models.
Yeah.
Like it's always I just got followed by one actually as I was sitting down on the couch. They always have like it looks like 9 to like 20 posts or something. They follow 70 to 100 people, but only like 1 or 2 people are following that, or like it's vice versa. It's always like it's always strange.
Suspicious.
Yeah, and it's just like some model. It's clearly not them, and there's a link that I'm not going to click on. But I've been getting followed by so many. It's like so a couple of them every day.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
And so I'm just on a little blocking spree over here, but it's still like annoying to deal with.
Yeah,
so that's the bottom.
The bottom of my pyramid is having stress dreams.
Oh.
The last like couple of weeks, specifically at work, have been very stressful. And I got to a point this last week or 2 weeks ago where I was like not eating very consistently and like not sleeping super well just because I was like riddled with like workplace anxiety.
Sure.
That, as a side note, I have worked through, talked to the appropriate people, and things are better. But for the last like few days, it's been a lot of like, I will dream, like the eating has gotten back on track. The sleeping is getting there in terms of like time frame. But I keep having these fuck ass dreams where like literal gremlins from my life that I like don't talk to and I don't fuck with anymore will appear, specifically men, and I will like date them again in the dream, even though I know that's insane.
Oh my God.
And it's so annoying because in my conscious brain, I don't know what part of I think it has to be that my subconscious like is looking for, could this have been any different? I think we're doing this productivity thing in our sleep where it's like, I'm stressed about something that I can't control, so let me like pick apart a situation that's already happened and see if I could have made any difference and see if I could have made it any better, because I can't make my work any better right now, or I feel like I can't. I don't know, but like terrible men that you and I shit on off camera and on camera all the time keep showing up. I'm like, I put you bitches away last year. Why are you in my subconscious? Go away. I don't fuck with you. I haven't talked to some of these men in a year. Why are y'all bitches showing up again? Go away.
You know what's funny is I don't dream very often. My sleep
straight to the bottom.
I'm in the depths.
REM.
I go right past that.
Yeah.
And so like on the rare occasion that I do dream, over the past, I don't know, 6 months or so, every once in a while, like once a month or whatever, an ex, like someone that I legitimately, not even like an ex, someone that like maybe we dated casually for like a few weeks and they were just like barely a blip on the radar.
Yup.
They will pop in and like in the dream I'm dating them. Like it has nothing to do with anything. I'm dating the love of my life. That was a hell of a Freudian slip. But I can
cut that out if you want me to.
That's fine. She'll giggle and text me as soon as she hears
and then text me.
Yeah, it's fine. But anyway, so like
it's like this person doesn't register anymore.
They're not at all a thing and barely were at any point. But like they still pop up every once in a while. I don't know.
It's so annoying. So annoying.
I always wake up confused.
And I have done so much work to move past these situations. And sometimes it'll happen not even with just like guys that I've dated and don't speak to anymore, which is redundant. I don't stay friends with exes, period. But like even like situations, like I'll have dreams that I'm teaching. And, like, I haven't been a teacher in 3 years.
That's the most stressful dream,
that's not real. I will have dreams that I'm still in Bible college. And I've been out of Bible college for, like, 8 years. So, like,
damn,
what is that? I've worked through you. Stay in the fucking box and leave my subconscious alone. I'm trying to get some sleep. And I'm 8 hours of just, like, the scariest movie you've ever seen in your life. It's so annoying.
Speaking of Bible college, I sent you who added me on Facebook the other day, right?
Yes! Oh my God. Crazy. I have some more thoughts about Bible college later, ironically, as it relates to the top of my pyramid. But not the ghost in the closet from grad school. But you know what?
I never have a problem with the person. I think she's totally fine.
Yeah, I was about to say, this was not a person that I, like, did not fuck with openly, like, you are annoying.
Yeah.
Don't speak to me.
I don't remember.
There was just a lot of energy from that person, and, like, obviously outside of grad school we're not friends.
Yeah, she was like this person was like a very much like a main character type person.
Yes, main character energy for sure.
In just how we interact. And that's not like a bad thing.
Sure.
I just like this person always tended to be at the center of a lot of things. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
That was really funny.
I kind of want to like know what they're up to.
Did you accept the friend request on Facebook?
Yeah, I didn't look at anything though.
There you go. My
glad to see
shirt
that
is fighting
they
against
seem
me.
okay. If you recall,
they had a lot of health issues,
right? And so I hope that those have resolved.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll check in.
I don't know.
I'll report back.
Okay, good. What's the middle of your pyramid?
The fact that football season is here would be the absolute top of my pyramid. I want that. Like, this is my like favorite time of year. I love it. However, the Titans are the team that I struggle to root for, and they lost today in their season opener against the Bears in unbelievable fashion. It's not unbelievable though. That's the wrong word, because they've been doing this shit to me since they came to Nashville. Mm-hmm. They've been finding ways to lose games that they have absolutely no business losing to teams that they should not be losing to. And it's not even like they got beat. Our quarterback just threw the ball to the other team twice. I'm not gonna go on a rant, but I love football season, but holy hell,
the Bears
Titans
did not score a single offensive touchdown.
Yeah.
And they won.
And they scored, yeah.
Not good.
They scored 2 touchdowns on
the defense. Not good. I was also in a house where the game was being watched today, and it was me, my mom, my dad, my sister, and my brother-in-law.
Oh, God,
and we were
him.
at my brother-in-law and sister's house.
Okay.
And they have a really beautiful back porch, and they have like rocking chairs. And it was
this
like,
weather. I mean,
I knew you were gonna say that. I literally today I was like, Eli's gonna talk about how he's mad at the Titans and he loves the weather now.
Yeah. Well, the weather's not on my pyramid.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be the top of your pyramid. It was the
so
weather.
Easily could have been.
So like me, Neely, and Mom were sitting like out in the rocking chairs. Neely has a garden. She is like, she takes gardening so seriously.
That's the only way to do. That's the only way to garden.
It's crazy. She like. She gets like too many birds near her flowers, and so she takes her father-in-law, Pratik's dad is also a gardener. She takes Prabir's dried up sunflowers, strings them on a garland, and wraps them around the fence so that the birds are attracted to the seeds of the dried sunflowers.
That's smart.
She takes it every day. She checks on the flowers. She takes it so seriously. So me, Mom, and Neely are sitting on the porch, talking about flowers, talking about life. We're reading books. We're chatting. And you can hear Dad and Pratik inside yelling at the TV.
Sure.
But at around, like, the end of the third quarter.
Oh, wait, that's when it all fell apart.
No, but then they're just silent. Because my dad and my brother-in-law are not yellers. They just, like, get bummed.
Yep.
And it was just super quiet. And my mom was like, how's it going? And Dad was like, it's about what you'd expect. And my mom was like, I think that means they're losing. I was like, that definitely means they're losing.
Titans were up 17-0.
Yeah.
And didn't score a point the rest of the game. They were up 17-0 in the first half of the game. Did not score another point.
They're flirts. I'm telling you.
Yeah, when I think there was like one pick that got thrown, and I was just like, oh, that's so annoying. Now it's 17-10. Like, that doesn't feel good. They're within a score. When the second fumble happened, I was like, oh, they're losing this game.
This is it. We can just
I
call
started
it
laughing.
now.
I just started laughing. I was
Titans,
like, here, same shit every year, Titans.
Same shit, different season.
Every year.
The middle of my pyramid is also fall related. This is your friendly yearly reminder to let people enjoy things. This is the time of year where I feel the most joy as a human being, just in like the culture. I fucking hate the summer. I love the winter and I love the cold and I love the fall. If I see, and I'm just going to start yelling at people for the rest of this year, I think. Motherfuckers dogging on a pumpkin spice latte,
sure,
an Ugg boot, or Taylor Swift's Folklore Evermore albums, I'm just going to look them in the face and start screaming. Like, let people, specifically women, enjoy things. If people want to listen to Christmas music now, let them do it. Because you know what it doesn't do? If you claim to be above something that you deem as basic, it doesn't make you cooler, it makes you lamer.
Yes.
Because you're shitting on someone who's having a fun time, and that's embarrassing. It's a self-report and it's a self-own for you to say, like, seeing someone, probably a woman, enjoying the fall in a way that I find annoying, like that she's doing that is annoying to me. That's you. That's a you thing.
Yep.
And it really drives me nuts. But I also love the fall, and I love fashion in the fall a lot more. I'm better at layering than I am at like finding a summer silhouette. I'm a lot better at, I think just because of like the way that I personally dress, a lot of my stuff tends to be like oversized and baggy on purpose, just because I like the way that looks on me, and that fits better with the fall than it does the summer. And like I like playing with color in winter fashion and fall fashion because it's usually a summer thing and it's like, oh, winter time to wear all black. No, like what if the outfit stays summer colors but the pants are longer and the sleeves are longer? You know, like I really love that shit. And so I'm feeling excited because there's all these fun things coming up. But if one of these dumbass motherfuckers starts shitting on a woman for drinking a pumpkin spice latte,
they're going to.
He's gonna lose some teeth. I'm literally gonna punch him in the face. Sam, that's my middle of the pyramid. What is the top of your pyramid, bruh?
The top of my pyramid was Labor Day weekend.
Oh, doing your thing.
Yeah,
with the boys, with the guys. Excuse me. It is my
favorite holiday of the year because that is when my league always has our fantasy football draft. We went to Austin, Texas, which is the only place I've been in years that feels hotter than Nashville.
Yes,
I
was just in Austin for work. It's insane.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I've been to Houston. I've been to Albuquerque. I've been to Vegas.
Have you been to Phoenix?
Denver.
I've heard Phoenix is ass.
No, Phoenix, again,
but it's dry.
It's a dry heat. But
yeah.
We had a draft in Phoenix in 2019 or whatever. That's my favorite one. I think the league kind of has decided that's also our favorite. Like it's hot, but...
it's the sun. It's not like the air.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't feel oppressive.
Sure.
And the heat in Nashville and Austin, Texas, it feels oppressive. And so, like,
can't have oppression for a bunch of guys.
A bunch of straight white men were oppressed this past weekend.
No.
And so, I'm kidding for the comments. I'm kidding.
For legal reasons, that was a joke.
Yeah, ha ha ha. But we were like within walking distance of almost everything we wanted to do.
Did you stay at a hotel or did you do Airbnb?
No, Airbnb. And it was like this compound that had like 3 separate buildings.
Oh, love.
And there was a pool right in the middle of it. Every time we go somewhere, the league splits into 2 every Sunday morning of the draft weekend. And like half of the league
Isn't that only one?
What?
Oh, every Sunday morning during the draft. I was hearing that as if there were multiple Sunday mornings.
Oh, no.
Draft. Sorry.
During draft weekend on the Sunday morning. We've done this for 12 years now.
Got it.
We just started our 13th year. Half the league will go golfing. They'll get up super early Sunday morning and be hungover and go golf, and that is just so not my thing. The other half of us go float down a river somewhere.
That's your vibe.
That is so immensely more my vibe. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What's also crazy is the way that the league splits up. There are 10 of us. One never shows up for the draft, but the 4 smaller members are the golfers. And
like smaller physically?
Physically smaller, shorter and skinnier.
Sure.
Go golfing. And the 5 of us that are much larger individuals, everyone's between like 6 foot and 6'3",
sure,
and well over 200 pounds. Like we're big guys. I'm the smallest guy.
You're the smallest of the bigs.
Yes. We call ourselves the Beef Squad.
Ew. Oh God.
Yeah, the Beef Squad, bro.
That's so gross.
And so we just these gargantuan men just go float down a river and drink some beer, and
I love that.
Tim smokes an ungodly amount of weed, and
I was just about to say, you got to get a little bit of the devil's lettuce in there.
Yeah, my idiot friend Tim, and that's how I introduce him to people. It's like,
yes,
hi.
I'm very familiar with the lore of my idiot friend Tim.
My idiot friend Tim.
Yeah,
yep, you betcha. Anyway, so draft weekend was awesome. I drafted a really good team. Actually, my second favorite part of it, the first was the floating down the river. The second favorite part is all the past champions got rings for each of our championship years. Nice. I have the most. I have 3.
Nice.
So I walked in there looking like Tom Brady.
Just knucked up.
Leah said I looked like Thanos with all the Infinity Stones.
Infinity Stones.
And the look of jealousy on the non-champion's face, but especially Jason.
Makes it all worth it.
Dude.
Jason's in your league?
Yeah.
I hate Jason.
Because of Sam.
Oh.
He saw, I whipped my hand out and I was like, guys, want to thank y'all for coming. His mouth fell open. And I was just like, Jacob is
probably easily distracted by shiny things anyways.
He is.
Jason. Mansplained to me what casserole is one time in 2018. I've never forgotten that. And I'll never let him live that down in my brain. I've spoken to him one time. It was that time. He will never get past it, and I'll never get over it.
That's fair, nor should you.
Nope.
You know his birthday's coming up? It's September 11th.
Oh, my boss's birthday is September 11th, and somebody brought it up one time, and he was like, my boss is like he has grandkids. And he was like, it's okay. I had a lot of really good birthdays before 2001. So He was like, we had a good run, me and my birthday. It's totally fine.
Sure. Yeah.
So sad.
But yeah, fantasy draft was the top of my pyramid.
Love that. The top of my pyramid is a TV show on Hulu that's called The Secret Life of Mormon Moms. And it is...
Stop. Hold on.
It is about this group of moms that I did not know any of this existed, but they're Mormons? All Mormon. But but they are like... they're like...
Well, that's why they call it The Secret Life.
In their late 20s, but they're all influencers. They're all huge on TikTok. They have this group that's called Mom Talk. It's like the squad of them. And the show is about their friendship dynamic because they're kind of like falling apart. And
how delightful.
It is. Listen, I, as we know, grew up very conservative, grew up fundamentalist. And there is something so specific in my brain whenever I get like the slightest whiff from bestie of the pod, Jake, that there's even a little bit of tea on someone I went to Bible college with, I pounce like a Pumbaa. It's ridiculous. I have to know everything he knows. I have follow-up questions that he has to go find the answers to. Like,
he is a really good detective.
Oh my God, it's insane.
We've talked about
it's insane. It is something so innate in my person to know other people's business. And I now have like dialed that back because it has gotten me into trouble a lot. So I've like pulled it back. I'm now like very much in the era of my life where like I don't care why people are acting weird. If you want to be weird and not like me, that's on you. If you want to blow up your own life, that's on you. I don't give a fuck. So, but I still have this need to be nosy, and channeling it into this show. This show is fucking,
it scratches that itch.
Oh my God. I'm like about to climax every time I watch it. Just from like the
irony.
The sheer euphoria of hearing a woman who's like so beautiful be like, I'm just feeling like this is just like a lot. And she's like doing one of these and she's like trying not to cry. And her friends are like, no, it's okay. And then like another one comes in and she's like, and they all cuss too. They don't drink alcohol. They don't have premarital sex. But
allegedly.
They cuss a lot and they drink a lot of soda. And so like one literally was like on the floor of the laundry room at this big house where they're having a birthday party, and she's crying and she's like, I just like am feeling really overwhelmed. And another mom comes in and she goes, are you talking shit about me? And the one on the floor is like, no, I'm not. And she goes, you're a bad friend and a bitch. And I can't handle it. It's amazing.
That's some Dance Moms level editing right there.
But then they're like, we just need to pray for her. Because that's always the bait and switch of Christian concern, usually, is this like faux, like, I want to know your business so I can be mindful and pray for you. And at one point, one of the moms is literally like, well, if she knew anything about what it means to be Christ-like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I have never felt this feeling since graduated from Bible college. When I was a senior and I knew someone's business and I was the bitch who was pretending to care about people but really just wanted to be nosy. Girl, it's awesome. It scratches and they all look the exact same except one of them. They all look almost identical. It's awesome. It's awesome. If you're a messy bitch like me who's trying to not be so messy in real life, watch the TV show The Secret Life of Mormon Wives.
Secret
Lives of Mormon Wives. I think it rhymes.
There it is.
It's amazing. I made Bestie Jake.
How much hair do these women have?
Their extensions are crazy.
Okay,
I made Bestie Jake. I was like, sit down and watch the first episode right now and text me about it. And he was like, we went to school with all of these girls. It's awesome.
The description, I Googled it, and the first thing that came up was the description of it is a group of Mormon mum influencers, hate that, get caught in the midst of a swinging sex scandal that makes international headlines.
So that's the first episode. So
these ladies do be fucking.
This was a long time ago. One of them, so there was like an original group of mom talkers, and one of them, like one or two of them, were like gonna get a divorce from their husbands, and in this group they kind of started swinging.
You said mom talkers?
Yeah, that's what they call
Moms
themselves.
On TikTok?
Yes, that's what they call themselves.
I'm exhausted. First of all, I don't ever want to hear you say that one of my puns is bad ever again, because that is tragic.
I didn't come up with that. That's what they call their group.
I see it right here.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
that
they
is
like
insane.
They were like soft swinging whatever, but it was this like private
soft swinging.
Yeah, so instead
is
of
that
like
instead of never mind.
No. Instead of like with whoever, it's in a closed group. It's like
a
dynamic of 3 couples, and that's who is swinging with one another. It's not just whoever. So they were doing this, and it was a private dynamic. It was no one's business. And one of the moms just got on TikTok Live, and she was like, yeah, I'm divorcing my husband, and also I fucked her husband, and I watched her husband fuck this other girl, and like just like laid out the web of lies. It was crazy. And that she blew up that group, and then she kind of like created this different group. So that's like the lore that happened years and years ago.
Wow.
And then this other group's been born out of it. Anyway, if you like mess,
I don't.
But
well, it depends on
not
the
mess in
context.
your own life, mess in someone else's life that has nothing to do with you, please watch the show and write me an email about it. It is like, it's insane. It's awesome. And they're all religious, and it scratches such a specific itch in my brain.
It's all fake.
Yeah. It's fake concern.
That kind of shit is always, I don't want to get into it. I like the people that pretend to be the most religious. There's always some nonsense
they're always
like that
freaks.
going on behind.
But what is really interesting is that like a lot of reality TV, not that I don't like it, but like I enjoy it less when there's a lot of alcohol involved, because if you get most people drunk enough, they will start fights, right? Like that's not interesting.
Sure.
All these moms are Mormon, and most of them don't drink. There's one who drinks, and she's like the wild child. They're all stone cold sober. The hardest thing that they've had to drink is a Diet Coke. They are stone cold sober, and they're like, you are a bad friend, and also I fucked your husband. And it's awesome. And all the husbands are bumbling idiots, and their wives are making $20,000 off of an Instagram post. It's awesome. It's like the Kardashians, but Christian Girl Autumn. It's awesome. I love it.
That's a lot.
It's so good. When you leave, I'm going to turn it back on and watch it.
Oh, is that what you were watching?
Yeah, that's what I was watching when you came over.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's incredible. Okay, are you ready to talk about this fuck-ass reality TV show?
You bet your bottom dollar I am.
Slay. I didn't have anything to bet my bottom dollar on.
Not the Titans.
I would never be foolish enough to bet on a flirt like that. Are you kidding? The Titans.
Flirt.
I hate to say this to you. You can't overcome this, Don't root for the Titans anymore. They are always fucking on you. They will fuck on anyone all the time.
So here's the thing. If they're good, I will root for them.
When have they ever been good? Consistently.
In 2019,
quickly.
They went 12-5 and won a playoff game.
That is true. I do remember that.
That was a lot of fun.
That's true.
But my heart isn't broken when they're bad, because I know they're going to be. I go into every game expecting them to lose it. And then on the rare occasion that they do actually win, I'm like, hey, that was a lot of fun to watch. That was awesome. But if they lose, I'm like, okay, let's watch the next game. Whatever.
Sure. I have in the past treated like I have felt that about men in my life. So I get that. But I'm here to tell you need to break up with him, because this is not good for either of you. He's
fair.
not always going to be nice to you. You should not go in expecting the worst and hoping for the best. You should break up with him.
I can leave anytime, Amanda.
Yeah, it's not a problem. You can quit whenever you want. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I can. I totally can.
You totally can. Okay, we're talking about season 4, episode 1. Dance Moms. We are firmly in the 4th season of the show. This episode is titled "Welcome Back. ... Now don't get too comfy." Lame ass name, but that's where we are.
I enjoyed this episode a lot, though. It started off a little whatever, but like it got crazy. I haven't
watched this episode in a week, so I need to. Oh yeah. Yes. I also thought this episode was pretty entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, there's a new intro this season.
Yes. So this is for
Techno
real.
As hell.
This is when I stopped watching. Because I had never seen that intro in my life. And I know that I wrote this down in my notes. Oh yeah, this is where I fell off. I think the last episode because Asia left, I was like, oh, this is dumb. I don't want to watch the show anymore because now the members are kind of coming and going, whatever. And I didn't remember the new theme song or like whatever. And it aired New Year's Day of my senior year in high school. So I would have been focused on bigger and better things. I wouldn't have been paying attention to this anymore.
Bigger and better things. What else is bigger and better?
Going to Bible college, dude. That's what I was focused on New Year's Day, my senior year of high school. Previously on.
Well, they recap the entire previous season.
I know, a season 3 recap. We get the fights, we get the view, the swearing, Peyton, Asia, and then the New Orleans fight. It's just like a full recap of an entire season in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
This week, we're back in Pittsburgh. We're in the mirror room. Abby is like, she sees a couple of the kids come in and she screams, "Yay, no moms!" And then they walk in and she's
then
like,
Kelly walks in and Abby hangs her head.
Yeah.
She's like,
so
of
sad.
all the moms to see, you're the one
Kelly
I wanted to see
first.
the least. People seem to be in pretty good spirits though.
Yeah, they've had a little bit of a break from like the grueling competition schedule.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second to breathe. Even Abby, like as she hangs her head, is like smiling about it. Like, okay, it's playful, whatever.
No, whatever. She says that she's gonna like change the face of the company. She's gonna shake things up. It's a new season.
We're gonna have a new culture around here. She pointed out.
Christy in her talking head says that she wants to stay out of the drama. She said that at the beginning of last season.
And then she was more in it than ever.
And then she got into a fist fight.
Yeah.
So, like, which is it? Are
to
you
be fair,
no drama Barbie or are you WWE Barbie? Like, just pick one. I'll support you either way, girl.
She thought that she was getting into a drink slapping fight. Leslie turned it into a fist fight.
That's true. She just went like this to Leslie's drink, which is not nearly as bad as taking your purse out and swinging for someone's face. That's completely different.
I would agree. And this is when Abby chooses to tell everyone, hey, the team might look a little different this season. I'm holding open auditions in 3 major cities.
She says Orlando, Atlanta, and New York.
Yeah.
We hear about this twice. We see nothing about this.
Yeah, at the very beginning right now, and then at the
very end. But it doesn't really materialize into anything substantial in this episode, which is kind of annoying because if you're going to make a threat, make it a good one.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
That I think she's setting up for the next one because there was plenty of content for this one. The editors were like, "Oh shit, we gotta
cut something out."
Let's wait.
Yeah,
hold that off.
The pyramid of children. The first child on the bottom is Chloe. Obviously,
she wasn't there.
And Chloe, in this moment, she says, She like steps up and says, "I'm sorry that I let the team down." And it won't happen again.
And I'll work really hard this season.
Period. Chloe, love that.
And Abby, with a gun still pointed at her face, is like, yeah, that's right.
Abby with the Glock loaded is like, you better be fucking for real right now.
Lifts up her shirt to show
she's
it
like
in the
handle.
waistband. Like, that's what I thought, Chloe.
Peyton is on the pyramid. Peyton is the next one to be revealed. So I guess she's like fully on the team. Christy is so mad.
Yeah.
You can see it in her face. I think she talks about it. She's so upset.
I think
Peyton is there.
Abby just hates Christy more, and so therefore Chloe is lower on the pyramid. I really think it's
right, and she's only put Peyton on the pyramid to make Christy mad too, probably.
Yeah.
Nia is next. Holly is kind of upset that Nia's that far down because Nia's been like working really hard. She's like been in all these classes and like
every private,
yeah.
every she mentioned something that I thought I misheard, but she refers to it as booty camp.
Yeah, they instead of saying boot camp, they call it booty camp to make it like cuter, I guess. I don't fucking know. It's not great. I'm not saying it's a good decision. I'm saying it's a decision that was made.
I have a lot of like jokes that I could make about this, but there were children
involved. I was going to say you shouldn't because they're children.
So I'm not going to. Well, no, not about them, just about the phrase booty camp.
Sure.
That's
Do you
funny.
feel like booty camp is also intense or no?
That's really good.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Whatever. Brooke is next on the pyramid because she missed one class.
Yeah.
So she's on the bottom.
Therefore,
because fuck her, I guess.
The third worst child.
Yeah.
She missed it for New York Fashion Week, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And Abby, first of all, does not respond at all to that. And Kelly's like, she missed one class, and it was because she was at New York Fashion Week.
She was doing something really cool.
And then it just goes on. Speaking of which, that's where Addison is right now.
I'm so jealous.
She modeled in New York Fashion Week.
I got
she's a smoking hot.
Sure, she's a smoke show.
Woman.
I got a text from a friend who was like kind of joking, but like also might not be joking about taking an impulse trip to New York City. I want to go to. I haven't been in New York City since 2018, since the senior year of college. I want to go back to New York so bad. It will take literally nothing. If someone looks at me weird and is like, I've been thinking about, I'll buy a ticket right now. I'll literally go right now. Let's go.
Yep.
I'm so jealous.
I'm typing my out-of-office email as we speak.
I'm setting up the notification. Also, Brooke and Paige both currently have careers in fashion, so they obviously made the right decision by doing cool fashion shit when they were kids, because it works out for them as adults.
Anytime these kids had time away from the studio to pursue, like, just doing other things, it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, 100%. True. The middle of the pyramid, Paige is up in the middle. She's now like a teenager, so it's time for her to get better.
Well, almost. She's 12.
That's true. She's almost 12, yeah. Or she's almost a teenager because she's 12.
Yeah, Abby says, I've said, when Paige, you're a teenager, it's all going to click for you. You're almost a teenager, so it needs to click for you. Like, okay, that's great feedback. Thank you.
Okay, we get it.
Yeah.
Abby, shut the hell up.
Stop saying click.
Yeah, that's annoying. Mackenzie is next. She was second at nationals, and Abby's like, also, P.S. if Asia was there, she would have beat your ass. Well, she wasn't. She left, so she didn't get a chance to beat my ass because she left.
Second in the country, Abby.
Yeah, literally, there was one child in the entire nation that was better than Mackenzie. So annoying.
Yeah, whatever.
Kendall is next. But then Abby's like, something doesn't seem right here.
Oh, this is what's wrong.
And she rips off Kendall's page. She rips off Nia's, and she swaps them. So now Nia is in the middle, and Kendall is on the bottom.
And Nia in her talking head says, that's more like it.
And that's on period. Nia is standing on business.
She was beaming.
For real. And Jill is pissed, of course. Yeah. Jill is so fucking mad.
And I noticed they didn't show Holly. She'll have a comment later, but they didn't show her in this moment. I wonder what she was doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what she did there.
I would imagine, she does say something about it later. I would imagine that her reaction isn't the reaction that the producers wanted her to have, so they just didn't show her. Yeah. Kendall wasn't at a mandatory series of rehearsals that is known as booty camp. She wasn't there. And she had to be. They're mandatory. She wasn't there. And she knew about them 6 months prior to them taking place. She wasn't there. As a former arts teacher, I get it. If I tell your kid when Tech Week is, before they audition, we used to do this all the time. We would, in the audition process, tell the kids, sign off, get a parent to sign off saying that you will be available for these dates that are Tech Week and these dates that are performances. If you're not available, please let us know so that we can work around, your schedule should you be cast.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. I told you bitches 6 months ago that you had to be at this rehearsal and you're not there. She'd be on my shit list too. Yeah. She would. That's 100%. Insane.
The kids missing band camp is insane.
When they know the date. It's not like I'm saying, hey, we have a mandatory 12-hour rehearsal tomorrow, and if you're not there, I'm going to be mad. No. I told you about this at the very beginning of the season. At the spring interest meeting last year. Yeah, we talked about fall band camp.
Yes.
And you missed it. On my nerves.
You don't get to march your little clarinet anymore. Sorry.
No, you fucking suck.
You missed half of the show.
And then Maddie's at the top. She's a reigning champ. Duh. These pictures look terrible, by the way.
I didn't.
I'm just going to say the headshots look very gaudy, very 2014. There's too much makeup going on. The hair is crispy. It's like, not it. They're kids. I'm saying they're the adults that styled them and then made photographic evidence. They are the villains.
Speaking of which, the I wanted to comment on the new theme song or whatever. It's
so bad.
Yeah, it's like techno-y. It's so like they're trying.
It's very overstimulating.
Yeah, it is a lot. I heard it and I was like, I didn't like the other one, but this is like even worse. It's so auto-tuned and overproduced and
the
messy.
First season we at least get the living on the dance floor, which is like kind of catchy and cute. This one was like
a nightmare.
It's crazy.
Did not like it at all.
This week we're going to West Virginia for a talent show, a competition that's called Sheer Talent. And we get the doling out of the dances. Maddie gets a solo, duh. Nia also gets a solo. Very exciting. Jill is mad, obviously. Classic Jill. Paige, Chloe, and Kendall get a trio. And then everyone is in the group routine that's called Girls Night Out. And Abby very ominously asks Peyton if she's up for a fight.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. And she's
like, yes, I guess. I don't know. Also exciting that none of these numbers are a tribute to a tragedy. Slay.
Well, one might argue. We'll talk about it in a second about what the trio or what the group's about. But Abby said, like, the solo, of course, goes to Nia because she's recognizing her hard work. Says right after the fact in her talking head, she's like, I'm happy for Nia, but Kendall deserved it. Did she? She skipped an entire week of rehearsal. Nia has been coming for extra help. Like, no, she doesn't.
On what grounds, Diva?
It's
based on what?
Continued evidence that Jill lives in an alternate reality.
President of the Isle of Delulu.
And then Abby immediately shuts her up by saying in that trio, Paige and Chloe are backing up Kendall, and Jill's like, that's right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah. How about you get what you get and you don't get upset?
I grew up hearing the phrase, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Yeah, but that's saying that the word get is pronounced
No,
get.
I know. It's just, I had never heard you get what you get and you don't get upset until like 2 years ago.
I've heard both.
That's crazy. The routine is actually going to be a reenactment of the fight in New Orleans between...
Right. A tragedy.
Yeah, Leslie and Christy. It is a tragedy that Leslie didn't get to really mollywop Christy. That would have been... She would have killed her, probably.
Yeah, I think Christy was too drunk to have a good fight.
Yeah, that's true. She just, stood there and pointed her finger the whole time while the PA was like, hey, she was just like...
Brandon the PA.
Yeah, poor Brandon. They talk about that fight in the episode of Back to the Bar, that's their podcast, and they talk about the PA, and they were like, what's his name? And then they said it, and I was like, oh, I wanted it to be Brandon so bad.
If it had been Brandon,
wasn't.
We had to shut this show down.
It was like Eric or some shit. I was so pissed at his name. Brandon is the most typical name ever. Everyone's name is Brandon. I was really hoping.
I don't know about that. I think Eric might be more common.
I don't know.
Write in on your next 5-star review. Write in and tell us if you think Brandon or Eric are more common.
If you're hearing, what was it? This Laurel or Yanni? If you think it's Brandon or Eric.
Yeah.
And then Abby tells Maddie that if this team isn't going to be what she needs, she's going to find a team for her that is. That comes out of nowhere.
It's also insane.
Yeah, it's like, if these girls aren't what you need, I'll literally kill them.
Yeah.
I will kill them for you.
We'll throw them into the dumpster together. I'll hide the bodies for you, Maddie.
Lest we forget,
whatever you need.
Lest we forget that at the championship, she said, I'm helping my daughter rehearse. And she was referring to Mackenzie. I think about that all the time. That was so fucking creepy and so nasty for her to be like, my daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not your daughter. That's not your daughter.
Yep.
Okay, the moms go upstairs. And Holly's like, can't we just have a nice start to the new season? No. It's very much Magic School Bus. Can't this be a normal field trip?
Yeah.
And it's like, with the frizz? No way. It's very that. Holly says that she thinks that the switching up of the photos in front of the girls was cruel. Where Abby switches up Nia and Kendall's picture. She's like, that was kind of fucked up. And she's right. That is very cruel.
Yeah, anything to get a reaction out of people to stir the pot and then wonder why everyone's crazy around you, Abby.
Yeah, and Jill weirdly disagrees with her. They kind of go back and... Or no, she doesn't disagree. They just go back and forth about it, where they're like, this was really embarrassing. There was no reason for her to do that. Like, why did... She didn't even really prove anything. Well, there was no reason.
And Jill makes the argument. She's like, well, I don't think Kendall deserves to be on the bottom. And Holly's like, that's not really the conversation we're having right now,
I'm talking about the demonstration.
Yes.
Yeah, if the roles are reversed, I still would think it was cruel.
Yes.
I think it was cruel, and my daughter won out.
Yes.
I'm trying to help you out, girl.
Yeah, and Jill just cannot remove herself and think logically
or
about
her
it.
child. Yeah, no, she can't decentralize herself or her child. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Holly says that she's just not really one to start a fight, but she does want to advocate for her child more this season.
I out loud said hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, Dr. Holly. And then all of the sudden in rehearsal, we find out that Abby just happens to have this idea that Peyton and Chloe get into a fight. We know as the audience that the group number is going to be about the New Orleans fight because Abby told us in her talking head.
Yeah.
But in rehearsal, when she brings it up, it's so canned and so stupid for her to be like, you know what would be really fun?
It would be so funny.
Get into a fight, maybe. Yeah.
And all the moms just
they think
go,
this is
oh
BS.
My God.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Leslie is like, Peyton has to be me because she's going to win. Okay, Leslie.
She's also 4 years older and probably 40 pounds heavier.
Also, Leslie, you didn't win that fight.
Yeah.
Because it didn't happen.
You were embarrassing.
You got stopped before you could fight.
Yeah, you tried to throw a punch. you missed.
Yeah.
And then a dude had to hold you back.
Yeah, there wasn't really a fight. You had like a scuffle, and there was no winner. You were both losers because you both got sent home.
If we had to declare a winner, I'd say it was nobody, because that was embarrassing for all parties.
Correct. The winner would be like Holly, who I don't even think was there. Yeah. Exactly. The network. So we go to a commercial, and then we come back, and we're seeing Maddie's solo rehearsal. It's called Birthday. Abby and her talking head says that Maddie is the only girl on the team that she knows she's for sure not going to replace. And then the girls bring in a lit up birthday cake for Maddie, congratulating her that she won nationals. Did you write down all of what it says on the cake?
No.
It's like, congratulations, Maddie, on first place at nationals. It's like all these words like crammed onto a sheet cake, and it's almost unintelligible.
Some poor 18-year-old at Publix was having a hell of a time.
Break. And the moms are really pissed. The girls do not give a shit, because when you're that little, free cake is free cake. Also, I wouldn't care. Free cake is free cake. You know what I mean? They don't give two shits.
While we're on the subject,
and Jill's like, "Where's Kendall's cake?"
First of all, Jill saying, "Well, Kendall got second at nationals. Where's her cake?" Did you hear yourself just now?
Up your butt, Jill.
If there's a cake for winners, why do you think Kendall gets one? She didn't win.
Ooh, tea.
The second thing, two of my coworkers had a joint birthday party on Friday night. And first of all, the whole theme, like, they love martinis. And so they celebrated it by saying, we're now a teeny bit older.
Oh, that's cute. Adorable. That's so cute.
Also, they said, like, come to the party fed. There will be cake and, like, some snacks, whatever. We're not going to have, like, a full meal or whatever.
Yeah.
And there are, like, snacks, and we'll have cake as well. And so I showed up.
No. No, you didn't.
So
you did not.
I walked in.
You did not walk into that party and say that you are the snack and the cake.
No.
I know you didn't do that.
No, I walked in and said, I know you guys said you're providing cake. Is it okay if I brought my own? And I turned around and wiggled my butt a little bit. You need to go to prison for your crimes. We've let you get away with too much. You need to have some of your rights revoked. I was about to
say, spend some time in jail. Like,
I owe you $5,000 cash.
You owe me $5,000 cash and a handwritten apology with tears about talking about your butt at a woman's birthday party.
If it makes you feel any better, everyone died laughing.
That makes me feel worse, because that means that you are depreciating the group IQ even still. And that's frustrating to me as an individual.
Lots of eye rolls, lots of giggles. It was great.
I'm sure it wasn't. Okay, we get some footage of Nia doing a solo that's called Freedom in Paradise, which is like a weird... That sounds like a Bath and Body Works scent. Like, what is this candle? Oh, it's Freedom in Paradise.
Yeah. Oh, this new shampoo I'm trying.
Yeah, that's like, doesn't mean anything. Abby in her talking head says that Nia has proved herself over the break, so she's getting a solo.
Yeah, that's great. Also, doesn't being in paradise kind of imply that there's a lot of freedom there?
That's what I'm saying.
It seems very redundant.
There, like, freedom to be found in paradise? Like, there's freedom in paradise. You know what I mean?
No, because paradise inherently
would imply freedom, right? Because paradise wouldn't have freedom.
Not to get caught up on, like, the most minute detail of the show, but, like, that really irked me.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. And then Abby makes a snide comment about Kendall going to the beach and not booty camp, where she's like, "Oh, paradise, like the beach, idiot," or like some shit like
Kendall
that.
Is.
Yeah,
because she's like, not here with you.
Oh my god. Jill is upset, of course, because she says that if Maddie had not been at nationals, then Kendall would have done, or that Kendall would have won.
Which is an amazing argument to make.
Now, I'm all about delusional self-confidence for women specifically. I love that for you. I don't know if that's true. I recognize that Kendall got second only to Maddie. I get that. I don't know if Maddie wasn't there, that there wouldn't have been like another supreme to rise to the top. I don't know. I think that's a bold claim, but she may be right. I don't know.
Well, I also think it doesn't matter. That's not what happened.
You're so real for that, actually. It doesn't fucking matter what that hypothetical is, because Didn't happen.
That's like saying the Super Bowl last year. The Niners were like, well, if the Chiefs just hadn't scored more points than us, we would have won the game.
Well, but they did.
So
you
lost.
Yeah.
You got second, Kendall. You're the first loser.
Sorry about that, girl.
I'm addressing Kendall like she's the one saying this. No, it's Jill.
It's Jill.
Kendall hasn't said a damn thing. She's fine.
Girl, you're not setting a good example for your daughter.
Is she literally ever? No.
No. We see group rehearsal. Brooke is running late because she's doing a music thing. And Kelly says that she loves that this music opportunity, had nothing to do with Abby. I was like, well, you are on TV.
Yeah, you're famous because of Abby.
But like, I get it. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And then Abby pulls the girls together and she's like, listen, ladies, I got an email from a friend who's on a tour and she wants me to choreograph one of the numbers of this artist that's on tour. And this email from this staffer also emailed Brooke because Brooke is going to be singing at this concert. So it's like, no, Abby didn't book Brooke this opportunity, but that
it was in
promoter knows
with
who Brooke is because she obviously knows who Abby is.
Clearly.
So, I don't know, Kelly, you're kind of reaching there.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. And then Abby, like, asks the girls, like, Brooke comes in and Abby's like, ladies, I don't really think that Brooke wants to dance. I don't think she's that committed. Do you? And they're all silent and Maddie just goes...
Yeah, I shrug.
She just shrugs.
Yeah.
And then there's a comment about Brooke standing and like covering her crotch like she's about to pee herself is what Abby says. I think you're getting that confused. She's cowering in fear from you. She doesn't have bad posture. She's afraid.
Protecting herself, like physically.
She's
like,
shriveling up.
A lot of time when people are really nervous, they like will wrap their arms around their body because they need to feel some sort of protection.
Also, we know from previous episodes that, and I think JB Morrissey may have said this when she was, or I know it was her that brought this up when she was a guest one time, that Abby used to name the girls' stomachs say, oh, I can see so-and-so the name of their stomach. So she's also probably doing that out of habit.
Yes.
Because you make fun of her body.
Yeah.
So she's covering up so that she protects herself, to your point.
Just hilarious because they're all like jacked.
And they're all children. Whatever. Brooke and Peyton are dancing, and they're dancing like head to... Brooke and Peyton?
That's right.
Yes, Brooke and Peyton are dancing head to head to like prove a point to Kelly that like if you miss a rehearsal, people will notice because look, this girl didn't miss a rehearsal, blah, blah, blah.
Brooke did mess up several times.
Yeah, true. She also looks really nervous.
Yes.
And Leslie is like, oh, you don't think that Peyton feels pressure?
Well, it started, she said that because Holly, I think it was Holly, just happened to comment. She's like, oh, Brooke looks kind of upset right now. And Leslie leans forward. Oh, you don't think Peyton feels pressure?
Leslie, no one said that, diva.
Yeah.
No one said that.
Kelly,
we are noticing someone else's nerves. We are not saying that your child is not experiencing them also.
Yeah. That's just like it's really obvious that Brooke feels nervous. And then Kelly even says, like, it has nothing to do with Peyton, unless it's like, well, she's going up against your daughter, and Kelly's like, are you afraid of that? Is Peyton afraid of that?
It's so nothing. It's
such a dumb. Yeah, they told Leslie to pick a fight right here.
It's so nothing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then Leslie says in her talking head that she's tired of Abby using her as a pawn, and she's like, no one really cares how Peyton feels. Blah blah blah. Okay. Kelly says that she should go up against Peyton in singing, and Leslie's like, no problem. She's like, Peyton can go up against Brooke in singing. And Kelly's like, oh, I heard her singing at the recital and it sounded like a sick cow. Kelly, your daughter is no Celine Dion.
Yeah, let's get that real clear.
Kelly just like tells Leslie, like, shut your mouth. And Christy, the bestie, just like sits there and smiles, which I saw that. I saw that smile in solidarity and I loved that. And then Jill is mad that the trio's not finished because Jill is what? Always mad.
She's not mad. She's just complaining.
Yeah, and it's never A, that serious, or B, about her daughter. Like, she's always got something to say.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
She's relentless.
In the words of Beyonce Giselle Knowles-Carter, it's a whole lot of playing victim and the villain at the same time.
Yeah, you can't have both, Jill.
You really can't, Jill.
Let's see.
we are going to this like whole concert thing that like Brooke is singing at, that Abby says she was asked to choreograph a number for it, which we don't see. The only thing that comes out of this is that Brooke sings something, but this number that Abby was allegedly asked to choreograph doesn't ever happen.
Yeah, what was she Was it the kids dancing?
I have no idea. I guess
because this was not seemingly the style of concert where there would be like a big group dance number.
Yeah, it's a country concert.
It's country tale.
Yeah. It's Jana Kramer. I know one of her songs. The song of hers that got like the most popular is a song that's called "I Got the Boy." Oh, and like catch me like 3 high noons deep at the bar on Broadway, and I know every damn word to that song.
Oh, yeah.
It's the structure is like, you know, I got his first kiss, you'll get his last. I got the boy, you got the man. It's like that structure of like, he practiced all the bullshit on me, and now you get the better version of the guy that I'm not gonna get.
Oh.
Because he
grew up.
He grew up, but at the risk of me. You know what I mean? She's like, I heard we're talking shit about men. Come here.
What's up, Liza? Hello, cheeky.
No.
I'll do it. Hell yeah.
Aw, yeah. Give him a good old aw yeah in the mic.
Oh yeah.
Sweet baby.
Hey, Liza.
My little chicken.
Cat. What are we doing here? She's sniffing my shoe.
Yes.
These are brand new. These are my fly new kicks.
I can tell they're brand new. Do they feel good on your feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
They actually have like insole. They like are soft and have support.
Yeah.
Because I wore the other ones for like 2 straight years.
I have a question about shoes in the gym.
Yes.
What is this like deal about people who go to the gym like to lift weights, like power lifters, wearing like the shittiest Vans with like no support? Why do people or like Converse that have no support in them?
Yeah, the Converse All Stars.
Why wouldn't you want support in your gym shoe?
Because support often is squishy, and you need stability.
Oh, if you're like doing like powerlifting.
Yeah, like I don't squat in these.
Oh, that makes sense.
If I squat,
because it's like fucking up your feet a little bit.
Right. Well, yeah. Strength comes largely from stability, and so if
you're so real for that.
If you're not super like stable on your foundation, like on your feet, if your feet are wobbly, you lack a lot of power.
Interesting.
And
that
so
makes a lot of sense.
You'll do one of 3 things rather. They'll wear like the what are they called? The fucking Converse.
Yeah.
What are they called?
High tops?
No.
All Stars?
There's like another name, a nickname for them. Chuck Taylors.
Oh, yeah.
They'll wear something like that. Mm-hmm. They'll go, I want to say barefoot, but shoeless. Mm-hmm. That's what I do. But also...
You're just out there in your socks?
Yeah. But then scary. Also people have like Ollie shoes or like squatting shoes.
People do
which I just
Vans
ordered
a lot.
I just ordered a pair. Well, Vans aren't squatting shoes. Squatting
not
shoes
like the regular Vans?
Don't have, no, not at all. Those are soft as hell.
Interesting.
But squatting shoes have like an insole, like a support to them, but it's like really hard. Mm-hmm. It's just slanted a little forward. It makes your heel go a little higher, so there's not as much stress on your Achilles tendon.
I left my climbing shoes at the gym, and they donated them because I didn't go back in time for them.
Damn.
So mad because I had them for about a year, and they had formed to my foot perfectly.
Dang.
And the point with climbing is that like you have to have like it's not like your shoe doesn't have traction on the bottom, but it needs to have enough like grit to the bottom. Like if the bottom of a climbing shoe is completely smooth and you fuck it up like a ballet shoe kind of so that it has enough grit to kind of be on the rock like that.
Fuck it up like a ballet shoe.
You know what I mean? Where it's just like you just gotta rub the bottoms out a little bit, and if you do it too much, then they're completely smooth and you've missed that middle tipping point between like brand new shoe, the perfect amount of grit, and then it being overused and like blown out. And I had just gotten enough grit on my shoe that it was like, this feels like my literal foot. And it's like, and I know I'm not going to slip. And then I fucking left them somewhere. And now I have to use the gross communal ones until I save up enough money to buy some new ones.
Damn.
They're like $100. And
squat shoes are the good ones are about $200.
Yeah. I'm really bummed about it. There are freaks in the world who will climb barefoot. But the gym that I go to is put the smackdown on that because you're putting your bare foot where someone's about to put their hand.
Yeah.
No.
Gross.
That's disgusting. Anyway, that was just an intrusive thought. Thank you for answering that. Okay. So yes, I've got the boy that she's very country slay. Liza has so many thoughts. So many questions. They're going to go backstage to meet her. The artist is like giving Brooke a pep talk about like believing in yourself. It's very sweet. It's giving very much Live, Laugh, Love 2014 country slay.
For sure.
Very white people. Very these happy little crackers.
This is some white people shit.
It is white people shit.
What are we doing?
Brooke is talking about how nervous she is, and they show a wide angle shot of the whole crowd, and the Abbey Lee Dance Company is like in a bright white square.
Like a spotlight. It was awesome.
It's crazy. They're not even trying to hide it. It's so funny. Kelly's really nervous. Chloe is wearing a cowboy hat and braids, and she looks so fucking cute. And then it's like, is Brooke gonna do okay? Is she gonna do well? And then a commercial.
Well, right before the commercial, they show a clip of her where she like has the mic to her mouth on stage and then kind of like drops it away for a half second to make it seem like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, that worked so well.
I know, I was nervous too. I was like, Brooke, sweetie, you can do it.
I was just like, dude, if she like freezes, and Kelly of course makes a comment about
oh no, I wasn't recording any of that on the audio. That's okay, I'm recording it on the camera. We'll just have shitty camera audio. Okay, clap.
Are we live again?
Yeah. Okay, keep going, sorry.
We have the clap and now better audio. Anyway, so Kelly had made some comment about, I hope she doesn't freeze up there. Mm-hmm. And then they had a shot where it's made to look like she was about
to. Yeah.
I was like, for the next 30 seconds before we actually got a resolution, I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen?
She's going to mess it up. Yeah, it worked on me too.
And the thing is, that's worst case scenario is she like freezes and walks off stage. Mm-hmm. We've had kids do that before. It is so stressful. That's worst case. But best case scenario, she sings and sounds like shit. Like that's so like there's no good outcome
it's
here.
True.
I knew it was going to be a train wreck regardless.
It's true. I mean, for what she can do and for how old she is and blah, 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 she crushes it. When we come back from commercial, it's this 2014 white people country slay.
She sounded not great. She rushed the song a little bit. Like her voice was ahead a little bit of where the band was playing.
Roast her, Eli. Drag her.
Come on, just like fall in the pocket, Brooke. What are we doing here?
Real.
And but overall, like it could have gone so much worse.
True. Did you notice that?
Shut the fuck up. Hold on.
What?
I just got a text from Colin.
Oh, cousin.
My cousin Colin. I'll back up further. I texted Patrick, Leah, and Addison.
Is he texting? Okay,
about the secret lives of Mormon wives.
Yes.
Like, are any of y'all familiar with this show? That was like 10 minutes ago.
And Leah said she was familiar.
Leah's like, yes, I'm obsessed with it. Yes. I haven't finished yet, but I'm obsessed. Addison and Patrick, not familiar. Well, Patrick knows it through Leah.
Sure.
Completely separate text. Colin just texted me and says, so we just watched episode 1 of a show called Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and I feel like y'all should discuss it on the pod.
Colin, we literally are, dude. We literally are.
We need to send him this timestamp.
Colin, we literally have been talking about it this whole time. Colin!
Insane. So Colin has my location. I sometimes wonder if he also has my everything else.
He's tapped into your phone.
Because that shit, it's so serendipitous. It happens kind of a lot.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
Colin, yes. Yes, we have.
Hang on, I'm texting out.
That is so fucking funny. The PCast
episode on Wednesday.
That's so fucking funny.
You're going to die. I'm getting sent, but that sounds really ominous.
And also unrelated, you will die.
I'm going to send you the podcast,
and you're going to die,
and you will die.
Okay,
it's a sequel to The Ring. It's called The Pyramid. Hey.
Abby's not at this concert.
Yeah, what a buzzkill.
Just throwing that out there. Abby doesn't support her dancers doing anything outside of dance, even if she says she does, because she was not at this concert. Okay, it's the last day of rehearsal before we leave for the competition. I needed a jump scare warning before the new lobby decor. It is heinous. Ugly as sin, as my mom would say. Ugly.
Yeah,
the neon pink, the magenta neon. Oh my God, it's so fucking nasty. Anyway, we're seeing her solo rehearsal, and Holly is like, I really want her to do well, but I'm worried it might be too much pressure. This kind of nondescript, like, I'm worried about my child language. And then
yeah, all that nonsense.
Yeah, just like and then Holly sees that Abby clapped for Nia at the end of her run, and she was like, okay, that's good. That means that it's good.
She's like, oh my gosh, she never claps for her. That's amazing.
Oh, that's amazing. The trio, still not finished. Jill, still upset. Christy says in her talking head that it used to be her, like it used to be Christy that was jealous of the number 2 spot because Chloe was number 2, or she was jealous of number 1 because Chloe was number 2. But now she's like, I don't think it is that way anymore. I think Jill is like weirdly taking my spot, and Jill is mad.
Yeah, and so Christy's like, yeah, Chloe's just kind of like out of the number 2 picture, so like we have less to worry about.
Yeah, and Jill is still mad.
I guess there's less pressure in that, sure.
I guess that's true. The trio is called Buckle Up. Abby makes a very concerning comment here. She says they're not hot enough. They're too athletic.
Yeah, she says they're too athletic to be hot. That is batshit insane.
That's really concerning.
Completely insane.
Gets glossed over, like, whatever. Kelly is just really happy that Paige gets to dance. She says she doesn't really care what she looks like.
Yeah, she's like, I'm just thrilled she's dancing.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Honestly, if all the moms had that attitude, this show wouldn't exist, frankly.
It's true. The show wouldn't be any fun. Jill says that she's worried about Kendall being with Chloe because she thinks that, like, both that she and Paige are going to drag her down, which is an insane comment for someone to make when, like, 2 months ago, you were begging for crumbs and Chloe was, like, cleaning house. Like, that's crazy. That's an insane jump. And then there's Abby gives a comment to Kendall about how her mom gave the solo to Nia by her going on vacation. She's like, your mom did this to you. Your mom gave Nia the solo because you guys went on vacation.
And Nia's just over there
and he's like, okay, whatever.
Cool.
Great. And then we get a commercial. And then we come back from commercial and we're at the competition. There's screaming fans. There's security staff.
Abby makes the comment in her talking head that there's a huge crowd outside.
I know. I clocked that too.
And she said, I felt like Justin Bieber for a minute.
Okay. I hate to be horny on Maine, but I need to tell you something.
However,
I need you to look something up for me on Instagram.
I can do that.
Go to the Instagram profile of Justin Bieber.
Okay. As long as you stop yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you. You would know.
Stop raising your voice.
Justin Bieber.
How do you spell Bieber?
Bieber. Justin Bieber posted a carousel, like a slide of a thing of pictures of him playing hockey with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Look at that and tell me you don't get it a little bit. I think about these pictures. I'm putting the TikTok I'm showing to Eli right here. I think about these pictures in this video at least once a day, every day.
Have you seen that?
It is. Who gets to look like
he's
that?
Like, this is my favorite thing.
Oh, Markiplier. I love this thing. That's me with these Justin Bieber hockey pictures. She said the thing about Justin Bieber, and I had to bring that up. I've been thinking about them a lot recently. They are. I don't know how he gets to look like that. That's crazy. Have you ever looked at someone, and don't say your girlfriend, have you ever looked at someone that's like, and you just think like, how do you get to look the way that you do?
I do.
I mean, like, outside of your girlfriend, who you obviously love and adore, but outside
No,
of her,
it's not even because I love her.
It's just because I know she's
the first
hot.
time I saw her,
True.
I was like, what the fuck is that? What are we doing here?
True. I'm so mad that she's with you, but whatever. I'm just saying, I think that Addison and I, when we get drinks on Friday, need to have a conversation about standards. That's all I'm saying. I'm just kidding. Okay,
you should have a conversation about that, actually.
For me, huh?
No,
I think you've been dumpster diving the last couple of times that you've met men, so maybe it's that I need to look inward, and that's fair.
No, I really think you should be like, how the fuck do you end up with an ugly mug like Eli? And just
and
see
how
what
do
she
I
says.
tell me what I'm not supposed to do?
Yeah,
tell me the steps to keep
tell
avoiding.
me what you did and why I shouldn't do it.
Do the opposite of it. Yeah. Okay, let me scroll past my note about Justin Bieber. Abby in her talking head said that she's looking for new talent. We get this weird, ominous, any of you motherfuckers could go home at any minute kind of comment.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Don't they all have contracts, though?
Yeah.
So, nuh-uh.
So, no, but whatever. We're looking at new costumes, and Holly says that she knows that these are, like, winning costumes. She's like, Nia's going to eat because these are winning costumes. And then Holly's telling Nia, like, bring home a win for Abby, but also to do her personal best.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Holly. Slay. The trio performs. The costumes are cute. It's like this knockoff Shut Up and Drive by Rihanna. The song is very Shut Up and Drive influenced. It's fine. Jill hopes that they win so that Abby will get off her back, which Abby wasn't on your back. That's the calls coming from inside the house. You did that to yourself.
Yeah.
Maddie's solo. It's the time for Maddie's solo. Melissa in her talking head says that Maddie needs to not be so close to second place. There needs to be like a wider berth between her and second place. And she needs to win and show Abby that she's the best. Okay. And she eats and it's fine. Holly says that her biggest fear for... What?
For Maddie's solo, Melissa in her talking head says that Kendall and Nia are nipping at Maddie's heels. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're in such a different league.
No, they're not. Abby literally said, if you aren't feeling supported by this team, I'll kill all of them.
Yeah.
For Maddie. She didn't say it to anybody else.
No.
That's not true.
Melissa's just like making shit up to try and pretend like she's... I'm just like the other... Yeah. I'm just like the other moms.
Yeah. We're all in this together. Yeah.
What drama, right, guys?
Right, am I right, ladies?
Who knows who's going to be at the bottom next week?
Ladies,
Not
am I
fucking
right?
Maddie.
Yeah. It really could be any of us. No, it couldn't. Actually, funny thing.
We're all trying to find the guy who did this. Have you seen the? I think you should leave. Tim Robinson wearing the hot dog costume.
Yes. Holly says that her biggest fear is not seeing the payoff of Nia's hard work over the break, like all the classes and stuff she's been going to.
That's fair.
Nia is just like not as good as Maddie in these moments.
No,
she slips on a turn. She's really good at emoting and like acting.
She's gotten better there too.
I think that has to count for something, but in terms of like just the it factor and technique and being sharp enough, it's just not there like it is for Maddie.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
I
sucks.
think that Nia like really putting her full self into it though, and like going extra, like that is the first step of becoming Maddie, of having that like
you have to have somewhere to
ingrained technique. Yeah, you gotta like kind of hammer that shit home, and putting that kind of effort forth is how Nia can gain extra like attention. And to get a little ahead of ourselves, after her dance, Abby gives her like legit feedback.
Yeah.
She's like, so I noticed that a couple of parts you were doing this specific thing. Remember, on this specific move, you got to get your foot under you or whatever. And then she's like, there were a few times where you were performing and you weren't thinking as much about the technique.
Yeah, you're thinking about your emotions.
You looked best in those moments, blah, blah,
yeah.
blah. It's like she was actually giving her legit feedback. And I know that I'm wrong in this, but I hope that this is like the beginning of her like giving other kids, particularly Nia, like the time of fucking day.
Well, Nia has gone to her and asked her for that feedback before.
Several times,
so
yes.
I think Abby's willing to do that as long as the girls will ask her for it. She wants the girls to beg
Which
for
is
her
insane,
education.
But like Nia's still like doing the right thing, and Abby, giving her the minimal amount of credit I possibly can, is doing it.
True.
So that's nice to see. I'm a Nia stan. I always root for her.
True. Abby, all of my notes are literally just exactly what you said. Abby's telling the moms that the talent, all the talent that she's looking for and whatever, and Christy says that of all of what she describes as Chloe. So to Abby in these ominous comments about looking for replacements, she's like, Chloe is literally doing all of that right now, but whatever.
Yeah, slay.
Peyton, we have this moment where where the girls are getting ready for the group dance, and Peyton has to put in this really large bow into her hair. And Leslie is jamming the pin into her scalp. And you can tell. If you've had something put in your hair like that before, like a bobby pin, you know when that feeling happens.
Yeah.
And Peyton like pulls away because it fucking hurts.
And she's like, it won't go in there. And fucking Leslie says, if you let me hurt you, it will.
Oh, and then Peyton starts getting flustered, and Melissa goes, here, let me hurt you.
Of course,
what is going on?
Melissa just stays ready to fuck with children.
Oh my god, dude. And then Melissa tells someone who's not her kid to stop crying.
Yeah, she says, you're beautiful, stop it.
You're beautiful, stop crying.
Insane. Melissa, out of all the moms, they're all, not all, but there are a lot of shitty mothers in this group. Melissa is a legit, sociopath.
Melissa is the devious one because she lies. The other moms are crazy, but they're honest. Melissa
Usually.
is a liar. And Melissa is the one who cries all the time. She fronts like she cares, but she doesn't.
No,
She
she's
doesn't
a
give two
sociopath.
shits. Exactly. Like, Jill will lie in like a cartoon
A
villain
dumb
kind of
way.
way. Yeah. Melissa's crazy. She's like
Yes.
just like straight up. Peyton is a little like flustered by this, and Leslie blames it
wonder
on
why.
Yeah, Leslie blames it on the fact that it's because she heard Abby talking about replacing people, which is not true.
not it.
She's crying because you are scraping skin off her scalp, and her friend's mom is telling her to not cry. That's
Yeah.
why she's crying.
Yes,
like,
you guys are like bullying her
exactly.
right
And the girls are like running their numbers, and Leslie is like they're running their group number, and Leslie's like, "Oh, are y'all not afraid that your girls are gonna get replaced?" And Abby comes over and she's like, "Hey, shut up. I'm trying to fix this number before they go out to compete. Your daughter, if you don't shut up, like, you're going to be punished. But right now, your daughter's not up on the chopping block. And yet you're still bitching about stuff."
Yeah,
but she says the word bitching, and they don't bleep it out.
I didn't even hear it, honestly,
did.
because I might have
clocked
had the
that.
same thought. So I was like, oh, I must have just thought that, honestly. Yeah, Abby says, if you don't want to be here, I have 4 other kids I was watching today
In
that
the
will
hall.
take your place.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and then, was it Kent? No, it was Peyton.
That starts crying.
Yeah,
Or keeps
she's
crying,
like, Peyton,
yeah.
you can't even look at me right now. And Peyton starts crying, and Abby says, you're the oldest one here, and everyone is watching you cry. Save your tears for the pillow.
And then she says, "Mackenzie, do you see what it's like when someone cries?"
Cries like a baby. She said cries like a baby.
Oh, my God.
She
Diva.
fit so much shit.
Trauma.
Like being of a shitty person. into
Emotional
like
trauma.
10 seconds.
Diva.
She's fucking good at it. I'll say this.
She must have set a record somehow of something.
yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
The scorekeepers are just like, we can't even tally them this fast.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Worst.
True. John Ralphio, the worst. Yeah.
That his is it his sister in that? She's like, money, please.
Mona Lisa.
That
Mona
yeah.
Lisa
Jesus,
Saperstein.
dude.
Also, Ben Schwartz can get it.
Yeah, you love tall, skinny
I
Jews.
do. It's a problem for me, except Justin Bieber. He's the exception. Justin Bieber and Hassan Piker. They are the
Some Piker's kind of a beefcake.
They're
a little bit.
I posted a picture one time of Hassan Piker.
And barked.
And I barked at him on my Instagram story. Oh, I forgot I used to do that. I used to do that all the time. And I posted a picture of him, like, that he had posted on his feed, and I reposted it to my story just with the word bark a bunch of times. And you swiped up and said, "That man is a refrigerator." And every time I see any content of his on the internet, I always think about you saying, "That man is a refrigerator."
Yeah, he's built like a fucking brick house, bro.
He is. He's like... He's crazy. So he's the only deviation, and Justin Bieber are the only deviation. But he's a refrigerator. It's crazy.
Yeah, a beefy. He's Muslim, isn't he?
I don't know. I know he's from Turkey.
I love turkey,
I know that's...
especially at Thanksgiving.
I don't know what his cultural or religious identity is, but I know he's from Turkey. And I know he's a socialist.
Yes,
I know he's hot. Yeah. Those are the things I know about.
That's a good thing to know.
Those are the things I know about Hassan Piker. I
Also,
tell you,
cool name.
Also, how tall
This
is
is
he?
now a Hassan Piker Stan podcast.
Hassan, baby, if you're listening, we can work it out, you and me.
Hassan, do you think he has a sister named Hadaughter?
Hassan
Amanda.
Piker height. Hassan
Amanda.
Piker is 6'3".
I was gonna guess 6'4". Yeah, that's a big
How
guy.
much does he weigh, I wonder?
Did you hear my joke?
I did.
It was very funny.
I didn't hear a joke because jokes are usually funny, but
Well,
I did hear you say something.
Well, that's why I asked, because like it was very funny, but you didn't laugh, so I was wondering, like, did you
It's
get
'cause
it?
it wasn't funny.
Did you get?
He says it's 6'3".
He's
He's
gotta be like
176.
That's wrong.
Oh, this is 2 years ago. There's no way in hell that's true.
No, that's it.
He
at 6'3",
literally said on stream he
176.
was 250 yesterday.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
he's well over
Oh my God.
235.
Oh my God. Okay. I
Wait,
need to.
he's the size of he's 6'3", 250.
He was 2 years ago. He's cut down, I think, a little bit since
I
then.
mean, still cut down to 230 or so.
It's nuts.
that's a
I don't know
big
how
guy.
a person is that, like, proportion.
Bro, I'm about to start rebulking.
The rebulking.
Yes.
Not rebulking. Rebulking.
No, it's the rebulking. This next phase of my life.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Let's see. Okay, so we cut to commercial. We come back. Abby is rolling her eyes during the group performance number. It is kind of nuts that a group dance has Mackenzie and Peyton in it. To me, like,
twice her age, twice her size.
That's not it. I think this is like indicative of this group just not being set up for success. It's a hot mess. And Abby says it's a hot mess because it is. And it's not just Abby being really picky. It looks really bad.
So as I'm doing the skip 10 seconds as I watch through it. There are a couple of times where Paige is like a full count off.
I know.
Like the whole group is doing one movement, and then I see Paige just flopping around behind everybody.
Brooke is super off, too. It's not it.
Poor Highlands.
So we get to the awards, and it's announced that there's a group who wins like an award, and their group is called On the Edge. And Christy goes, "I'm on the friggin' edge."
Yeah, I clocked that
which
too.
I loved.
And she, like, it's one of those things where it clearly was not set up. She just said it like very genuinely.
She said to her, "I'm on the friggin' edge."
That really made me laugh.
The trio gets first place. Slay.
I was not totally surprised. Like I would also not have been surprised though had they placed poorly because like allegedly they didn't get very much practice time.
Sure.
But like anytime we saw them doing things together, they looked pretty good.
They crushed it. Yeah. Holly is like feeling so nervous and so sick about like Nia's solo awards. We hear like we start at like 6th place or something, which is how you know it's going to be bad.
Well, she says she did her best. I just want her to get recognized for all her hard work. We're shooting for like a good score in top 5. That's what we want. Mm-hmm. And then they started at number 6, and I was like, maybe she got 6, which you could still kind of hang your hat on. Like, it's still right there. And then they kept going.
I know.
And then they kept going.
Maddie got first.
And then Maddie got first. Yeah, they got to second, and it wasn't Nia. And Nia looks out at Holly in the audience.
She knows.
And she watched her mom mouth the words like, "Oh, well, I think Maddie got first." And Nia looks at her and goes, "I know, Mom, stop."
I know. She's just getting like really overwhelmed. Yeah.
Which understandably.
And Nia did not place. No. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Holly is really worried about what this means for the future. She's like, I really hope Abby doesn't give up because we are trying and we are coming to all the classes. Nia like did well. Like it's just like tightening up the finer details. Like she's just hoping that Abby doesn't give up on her.
You know, it's funny that we've talked about this in the past that like Abby will do like a 1-week trial run of like giving Chloe attention, and then when it doesn't work, she's like, "See, I knew it wasn't worth it," or whatever.
Take it away. This is why I don't give you attention.
I don't think she's gonna do that with Nia. Again, maybe I have like a little sliver of hope in my heart that Abby isn't pure evil all the time. But I feel like
misplaced for sure.
Again, like with Nia, she might not totally hold this against her.
Yeah, because Nia does ask her for criticism or critiques.
Yeah,
she is coming to class. What I'm saying.
She does everything right.
She's not. Like Abby will oftentimes blame Christy for like all you do is complain, and so I give your daughter what she wanted and she failed.
Yeah,
Holly doesn't complain.
No,
Nia doesn't complain.
That's the biggest thing is that Holly gives Abby no grief whatsoever.
Right. So I'm really hoping that
I'm holding out hope as well.
Yeah. The group gets 3rd place, which is pretty bad for the Abby the Dance Company, and Abby says, "I haven't groomed these girls since they were babies." For 3rd place.
Abby's a man, by the way. We've talked about this a lot.
Oh, because she just says dumb shit all the time and doesn't think about how anyone's going to take it or hear it? Yeah. It's crazy.
Doesn't realize actually what she's saying.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
I haven't groomed these children from birth.
Abby, shut up, Diva. Literally shut up. Just stop. Just shut up. It's nuts to me. Yeah. The moms are in the green room. Abby is yelling, obviously, about like, don't take vacation, don't take time off. Like this is why, you know.
This is what happens when you go somewhere and everyone is good, implying like you don't just get handed first place.
Whatever.
And, yeah.
Okay. And then Abby's really going in on Kelly because Kelly's kind of like feeding it. They're like, Kelly knows what she's doing. She's trying to start a fight.
Maybe.
And then Abby and Kelly are talking about how much Brooke used to be the favorite, and then Abby just calls her a bitch.
Yeah,
which is nuts.
Brooke got nowhere because her mother was a bitch.
Which is crazy because Abby, like 4 episodes ago, was like the swearing.
Yeah.
And Abby's like, you're a bitch.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the kids aren't there this time.
I guess that's true. The girls do come in, and then Abby tells them that they're going to Ohio next week.
And there's gasps.
Yeah. And then that's kind of it.
Yes.
The green room is not as like, she's a dick to the moms, but when the girls get in, she's like, all right, bye.
Yeah,
leaves.
I think they already knew that there was enough content throughout the episode. They're like, we don't need, because sometimes that green room scene can go on for like 5 to 7 more minutes when they're like, guys, the green room. We gotta fill some time. You know what's actually funny is I often think, like, as I think back on episodes that I've watched, I always remember certain ones being crazier because the green room was insane.
Yes.
That's usually where like the most drama happens in my mind. You agreeing with me? Did you agreeing? Should we take that again? You didn't laugh. And action. You agreeing? I'll just keep going. But and so when there isn't that, this lasted for 30 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, this was a fine episode. But then, like, thinking back, I'm like, oh, actually, no, there was a lot of crazy shit that happened.
There's a lot of, like, little micro gross things. There's not, like, a fight that breaks out. There's, like, death by 1,000 cuts type shit.
The Peyton thing with the hair and the bow, that was
kind of rough.
Did not like
for
that.
sure. Well, that's it. Ta-da. You got a song this week? Brava?
I sure do. It's You're a God by Vertical Horizon.
I don't think I've heard this song.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
I won't play it right now, but you for sure have. I'll play it after we stop recording.
Play a little bit right now and I'll just cut it out.
Please.
I'm not kidding. I don't
it's
think I've heard this song.
It's impossible that you... I guess I'm that much older than you, aren't I?
You are. How old are you, for real?
I'm 34.
Yeah, I'm 28.
But this song came out... I just closed out of it. God damn it, Eli. What are we doing here? Does it tell you on Spotify when songs came out? Is that...
If you click on the album, it will. It'll tell you. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the album.
Oh, no, that's when they...
Boomer figures out how to use a phone.
It's not on there. It's showing like they're like...
No, click on the album that the song is on.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm trying to help you out, bitch.
Stop yelling.
And then scroll all the way down when you click on the track list.
Yeah.
And then look at the bottom.
It says not... Oh, that's not right. It's not all the way at the bottom. For the record...
No, click on the... Oh, okay.
This is the album.
Okay. What does it say? You're right. It's at the top.
Before we get there, can I hear you apologize into the microphone?
I'm sorry, into the microphone.
It's in the middle, and it was 1999, so that's fair.
I was 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
How old were you in 1999?
9.
Yeah. So,
the German word for no.
9. So stupid. My song of the week is a song called Falling Behind by an artist whose name is Icelandic. What?
I was going to say, is that about an ass coming out of the sky?
No.
Like, and dropping towards the earth?
No.
You said falling behind.
You are really lacking this week in the jokes department. Not looking good, brother. Not looking good.
We'll see what the people say in all the 5-star reviews they're about to leave.
All right. If you know what, if it takes a butt joke for you to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, give them another butt joke, Eli. Let them have it.
I can't perform when I'm put on the spot like this.
We know this. So the song of the week is a song called Falling Behind, it is by an artist whose name is spelled Laufey.
Laufey.
And she's Icelandic, so it's pronounced like Laufey, but she says that it's fine if people call her Laufey. She's like, that's fine. It's fine. But the refrain is everybody's falling in love and I'm falling behind. And I really feel that. I got the itch this week to re-download Hinge. And that to me is
God
like...
God help you.
I know. But like, you're different because you were very much like not on the apps like that for a minute and then met the Lommel for real. I don't know how I'm supposed to meet the LOML.
I thought you said llama.
No, the Lommel.
I was like... Listen.
The Lommel, the love of my life.
She could be a little goofy sometimes, but she's not a llama.
I know.
A llama? He's supposed to be dead.
Also, top 5 favorite movies.
So, one of the most severely underrated Disney movies of all time.
100%.
100%. But I'm like, how am I supposed to meet the love of my life? I don't want to get on the apps.
Go talk to hot guys in bookstores.
They're not there. Or the hot guys in bookstores are there with their girlfriends.
That's a fair point.
That's very often the case. It's like, just kidding. He's with a girl.
You know, how
am I supposed to meet people?
I don't know. I got real lucky.
You did. That's what I'm saying. It's so annoying. But also, I'm like, happy I'm not in a relationship, blah, 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 whatever. But literally every one of my very close friends in my life, and also you, everyone is in. No, I'm just kidding.
I almost didn't catch that.
See, that's how to tell a joke. That's how to be funny. That one's for free. Anyway, I'm just saying that like all of my close friends, all the people I love in my life are in long-term relationships, like either married or with the love of their life, or the intention is to get married, they're engaged, like whatever. All of my best friends are in terminal relationships.
Like we're going to
you will die in that relationship. And it's so sweet. Annoying because I'm the single friend in all of my friend circles. Not just one, in all of them.
I will tell you this.
Ass.
Until Addison, so was I.
I know, but not everyone is a baddie like you. You know what I mean?
You're a baddie? Shut the fuck up. No.
It's different. It's different. You looking like the way you look and me looking the way I look and us having the personalities we have, it's different for you.
I'm not just going to like hype you up on
oh my God.
camera and everything.
Don't give me a compliment. I'm going to freak out.
I won't.
Thank you.
But just know that I've got like 12 in the chamber.
Compliments?
Yes.
Or people? Oh, okay.
For you.
But are they... We don't have to do this on camera.
That's what I said.
Okay, fine. But anyway, it's just like, I was in... Like, I'm very glad that I'm not in the relationships that I have been in the last year.
Right.
All except one were very toxic, very unhealthy, and I'm very glad that they are all over, including the one that wasn't toxic. I'm just glad they're not happening anymore. But how do you meet people, bruh? How do you do that?
I have some suggestions.
Also, the song is just really good. Laufey is just a very talented... She's a cellist, and she like sings like... Oh, she does like bossa nova. She does like Philharmonic shit. Like, damn. She's that girl. I love her. Anyway, check it out. Leave us a review. We've been talking about reviews a lot this week. Leave us a 5-star or anything that's not mean. It doesn't have to be 5-star. It just shouldn't be mean.
Leave us a 4-star. If you leave us a 4-star review, just tell us why.
Yeah. Give us constructive criticism. Some of you bitches at the beginning of season 3 were like, Amanda needs to listen to Back to the Bar. And I did. I took that shit seriously. I took that shit to heart. And I have listened to it sometimes when I remember to.
If you have good butt or fart related jokes, we will also take those.
You will take those.
I direct them my way. Send them in my DMs, and I will chuckle at them.
True. And screenshot them and send them to me. Yeah. That's what you'll do. I
think that's all we got. Follow us on social media.
Follow us if you feel like it. My Instagram that I don't post on anymore is @NotAmandaB_.
I'm @Eli_Farmer_. I haven't gotten cyberbullied in a while.
I know. It's because the audience is being retained. We're not growing right now, which is fine.
Yeah.
We're not getting new people. We're just keeping the same people. And that's fine.
You know what I realized we haven't done in a while is like...
How to share the podcast?
How to share the podcast with people. It is I have a template for all of these notes with like, I have the 3 pyramid spots and
I love that.
Top, middle, bottom are all like bold and underlined, but the text isn't. Blah, blah.
Right.
And there's the title... season blank, episode blank, and there's the actual content with a few like commercial punches.
That's incredible.
And then at the very bottom, it's song of the week and how to share this podcast. And I haven't typed anything in how to share this podcast in months.
How to share this podcast. Share this podcast with someone.
Well, we've said this before. Put it into your dating profile.
Yes, for me specifically. Like, do it say, like, if you think I'm hot and funny.
My hot single friend Amanda has a podcast.
You should listen to this podcast, and then when we go on our first date, we can talk about it.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Or you could, or just make Amanda a dating profile. I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Please don't do that. Oh, my God. I would die.
Yeah.
Or if you need, like, a good, like, opening line for someone whose DMs you haven't been in a minute, you'd be like, oh my God, I know we haven't talked in so long, LOL, life is so crazy,
Before you introduce your
listened
pyramid
to this.
scheme.
Yeah.
Your
You have a
girl
minute to
boss
talk
pyramid
about
scheme.
how to make part-time, full-time income for part-time work.
That's right.
Be like, I haven't talked to you in so long, LOL. Here's this podcast. It made me think of you. Also, how's it going? Use this to slide in.
Yeah.
One thing about me and Eli is we love the like sneaky, not sneaky, but
Sneaky.
like stealthy DM slide. Respect. Put some respect on that game.
Yeah, it is good to slide in, just be like, hey, I find you attractive. What's good?
Here's
but
a podcast.
Also, no. That's one way to do it. The other way is like, hey, so I was listening to this podcast the other day.
What do you think of you?
You want to it's so funny.
Two hot, funny people made me think of you, Honey and Fought. Honey and Fought.
Honey and Fought. That's right.
Funny and hot.
That's us, Honey and Fought. That's our alter egos.
Honey and Fought.
We're gonna start.
No, it's hot. No,
I have a better joke.
Honey and Fought.
No, Fought, because Fought sounds like a Boston person saying fart.
Oh, I was gonna say fought like you fought someone.
Oh,
and
sure.
Honey and Fought.
I like. Now I can't stop hearing it.
Funny.
I'm gonna go
and
fought.
hot. Funny and hot. Honey and Fought.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
This fell off the rails late.
True.
Right
Yeah, in the last 30 seconds it broke down. It broke down as it was crossing the finish line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all I've got. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.